Thank you, Margot. Margot. Now, let's get to the presentations. The first one is Emilia-Romagna Data Valley as a common good from data to digital twin. Let's welcome to the stage Regional Minister of Education, Research and Digital Agenda of the Emilia-Romagna region, Paola Salomoni.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank the Tallinn municipality and the organizers for inviting us. We are very happy and proud to be here. And I will start talking about us, about the region. Let me try. Okay. Just to present our reality somehow, because we are a region of Italy and it's not necessarily known by everybody. Our region have a population that is about 4.5 million people. And you can see we have a GDP that is near to be 190 billions of euros. The difference of the two percentage in the slide, so we are about 7.5% of the population, but we are producing the 9% of the GDP, show that this is a very productive region of Italy. And I'm not here to talk about every kind of production we have, but we are very known, for example, for our automotive sector. I've seen a Lamborghini shop coming here, for example, and for food production. These are just two of the important economic sector in the region. And this is the good part. We also have some bad parts because we are on the Po Valley. A big part of our territory is part of the Po Valley. And as part of the Po Valley, two parts of our region are subjected to an infringement of the European Commission related to equality. I don't know if you have an idea of the Italian geography, but this valley is somehow closed. So when air comes there, stay. You can just clean air with wind and rain. But in some days of the year, we don't have wind and we don't have rain. So every year we have more days than the ones that the European Commission admit with a pollutant higher than the threshold fixed for a safe life. So this is the bad part. And let me go on. We are, me as a minister, but also my colleagues, at the end of our government period, which is 5 years. We started in 2020, exactly in the day when the pandemic started. This is just to say that we had a very hard 5 years. And we are near to close. Every mandate create a digital agenda, and now so we are near to decide what we did in the proper manner and what we have still to think about for also for help the new government in writing the new digital agenda. So we are also here we have some bad news and some good news. And when we wrote this agenda, it was 2020, so it's a long time for computer science, ICT, technologies. And we worked on 8 pillars with the idea that we have to underline how technology have to be a common good. This is not necessarily, usual, because our region is also the place where we have digital excellence, in particular in this place that is called Tecnopolo Manifattura, where we have Leonardo, which is one of the most the biggest computer in Europe. It's a part of the HPC Europe strategy, and it was, I think, open 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, and so we are, fostering excellence in computer science, ICT, big data, artificial intelligence, but in the same time we have to invest on the fact that technology is a mean of development for everybody, which is, not always underlined. So we worked on these eight pillars, and I have underlined the two more related to digital twins. When we thought to our digital agenda, digital twin, the idea of digital twins was really related only to industry. So the digital twin was a digital twin of a robot, basically, of a machine. And the idea that the digital twin can be a digital twin of a place with people inside the place was far from politics, for example. Can be near to research, but far from politics. And so I tried to put some of the goals we reached inside these pillars, and related to the first pillar, that is collective intelligence, data available to the territory. What we did was to buy a small HPC facility for the region and the municipality inside the region. It also available to university or every public entity. And we called it Margherita, and it's really something smaller than Leonardo. But in many cases, municipalities don't have this large amount of data or this complex algorithm. They have they are starting in Italy to simulate with big data, so this kind of facility was a success, and we are using it with university and municipalities. We participated to a call from Europe for digital innovation hubs. I don't know if Tallinn or Estonia participate. You can decide which kind of focus you want to have, and we decide to have a public focus. So this is a facility for public administrations, and obviously all the startups and industries that work with ICT, with public administration, because it's clear that we are not producing everything by ourselves. So the idea was to foster services based on data in the territory, and we won. So we have a digital innovation hub that is supporting public administration and industries in the public administration area. And finally, we start with Vera. And Vera is the project we are talking today, and it's at the beginning, and you will have some kind of more deep insights. But it's probably the most significant investment in the area of digital twins. It's clear that we have related the Vera project, but also all the rest of the investments, also to a different pillar, which is the one related to the transformation of the public administration. So the same stuff can be seen from two different points of view, the citizen part and the government part. We are developing systems that have to support us in taking good decisions, but we are also providing transparency to data, and so we are also thinking from the service point of view. Let me go on this. Last year, this is how we met with Tallinn municipalities and Tallinn researchers. We started talking about territory and digital twins, which is really something completely different from digital twins in industry. We are sometime far from having in the same system the ability to forecast and the actuation of something. In our case, the most part of systems are systems to predict, but the decision is left on people. After having a first meeting, we decided to try to survey what is going on in the region territory. So outside our ability to finance, fund, and coordinate what's going on. And so we did a survey recently, and this is the result of the survey. The survey is still open, so it's a partial result. But we are very, I mean, I was surprised because we have substantially 60 answers. So it means that on our territory there are 60 entities, partially public sector. You can see public authorities are the red one in the graph. And a part on the private, so this is industry for public, and that are working on digital twins of the territory. This is we have tried to locate these twins on the territory, and you can see from this slide that there are very different scales. There are some studies conducted on the whole region, and it's clear that, for example, our topic, which is air quality, cannot be studied at the urban level. Each municipality has a problem with their quality, but it's clear phenomena that have to be studied at a larger scale. And you can also tell us that we need a larger scale because the Po Valley has a north part, and it's clear that air moves. So the problem, we are studying the problem at a regional level, but we have clear that the problem has to be studied at the inter-regional level. And you can see smaller stuff, and I have some cases of different scales. So we have more than a regional project. I'm talking about Vera, but we have also other digital twins or digital models that are created at a regional level. And we have clearly urban scale, as Tallinn, for example. In our case, we have, just to talk about air quality, we have Bologna and Parma, that are both two cities, and they both join our project on air quality. But both Bologna and Parma have a more complex digital twin that is not related just to air quality. And we also have some smaller structure, for example, at the block level. So a set of buildings that have a strong architecture, domotic architecture, and globally have a sort of digital twin of the block. And we have some, I've called it sovereign-urban. I don't know how to say it better. So it's not a urban level, it's larger, but it's not a region, and it's not collapsing on some governmental subset. And for example, we have a digital twin of the natural park of the Po Valley. And they are trying to, the twin is related to biodiversity. So they are mapping animals, and they are trying to forecast how animals migrate to come inside the park or to go outside. So the idea is a natural, digital twin of a natural environment, and is clearly larger than a city. It's a very wide territory. We also have smaller but still very large simulation on, for example, a part of a railway route. And we have a new railway route on the coast that is called Metro Mare. That means like a metropolitan of the sea. And there is a digital twin for this, with people entering, exiting, and what happened around the Metro Mare to understand how the traffic moves, how this new line help mobility in the area. So we understood that we have a lot of digital twins, And I put in the slide that I think will be shared some examples. So if you have you are interested in something specific, then we can try to talk during the coffee break about them. And the main part, this is what the survey told us about topics, and you can see that the main part of investments are around environment and sustainability. That is clearly inside all the European strategies now, so the double transition, the twin transition, so we are doing the twin transition. But there is also a lot around mobility and other phenomena that can clearly be mapped and then associated to a twin with artificial intelligence algorithms. There is there are few stuff that you can see here on the health side, which is also very important for us. But we have to understand if it's because the group of people who fill the form can be near or far from the health administration. So we have to understand if it's something like an error in how we distribute the form, or it's something that needs to be simulated more. So this is I put this graph just to underline there is a very strong part of research and innovation. It's the orange part of this is the project partners for type classified. And you can see that both all the kind of twins, independently from the stage of development they are. So there are something that is working, but there is a lot of stuff that is under pre-design or design or development. But in every case, the university as a research centers plays a strong role. That means that we are on the frontier of innovation. We are not just, using well-known strategies and apply them to the public administration, which is, something that is usually done. But we are doing sort of support to research. We are really innovating the way of thinking. And there are some few data, but I want to enter in the idea of the digital twin for air quality. And we are, as a consequence of the infringement, the region sometimes closed the traffic in some area of the territory. So when you near to reach an high level of pollution, you try to stop the increase of pollution blocking traffic, which is a very hard action on population. You can imagine how population react to this kind of strategy or policy. Right now, we are doing this kind of action on the basis of weather forecast, clearly. So if tomorrow will rain, the problem is solved. But if we have a week of high pressure, the problem can become more crucial. And an algorithm that considers a lot of variables, really a lot of variables, but is statistically built. It's a statistical algorithm. It works very well, we have to say that. So the real challenge here is substitute it with, right now, with something that is based on big data and can do probably, when it's completely developed and based on the right sets of data, some better forecast. Because if we can avoid just one unuseful closure of traffic, we have a win. If all false positive that our algorithm will eventually do, will be a problem. So the idea is start working on a different model, a different way of thinking, and this is what Vera wants to do. It is clearly inside the digital agenda. It is also clearly something that will go on really a lot of time after that the government have finished its work. So I will leave the floor to Katia Raffaelli, which is the Chief Project Executive, and she will give you some more technical details on this topic.